Hello, everybody, and welcome back to football. Right here, youtube.com/Jonosaurus Every Tuesday, you can catch a brand new episode of Madden NFL 2003, playing the entire franchise or watching an entire Sunday football day of action worth of football throughout the entire season. Boy, I really gummed this up. Tuesdays, you can catch Madden NFL 2003. We're playing the entire season. Watching three games of football. You get like a Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, Sunday night game. We're following some plot lines. And we'll be doing this until September 20th. So if that sounds interesting to you, if you like what you see, be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring that bell, do all that good stuff. That way you're notified when I post new videos. And you can see next week when I don't screw up the intro. We are going to play the week. We are going to look at the weekly schedule. I had a couple of games highlighted here. The easiest, no-brainer so far is going to be the Bills and the Patriots. Falcons-Bucks is interesting. Browns-Jaguars also interesting. 49ers-Cowboys, that's interesting as well. I don't know that I have time to do all four games, so I'm actually going to cut this one. And we will do Falcons-Bucks, Bills-Patriots, and 49ers-Cowboys. There you go. Look at that. Nice and easy. Here we go. Simulating the games. I might even save Bills-Patriots for last, if I'm being honest. Save the best for last. You know, all that good stuff. If you don't know what the series is, we're just watching some games. I forgot that I kind of already did an intro. Should I just restart this video recording? No, because we're loading. Welcome on in. Happy Tuesday, everybody. 2 weeks from today, Saints Row, the new Saints Row will be out. Which means that 2 weeks from today, there will be a Saints Row video up. Next week's video will go up on the 16th as scheduled, and then the following week will be on the 24th, I think, to make room for the new game. But we'll see. Welcome to Tampa Bay, Florida, for game number 1. Atlanta, a surprising 10-2. Nope, there's John Gruden.
Now this guy will be all
Turns out he's a piece of crap. Wow, who would have guessed?
He could be there covering the tight
I did not mean to open
end,
Spotify.
coming up to the line of scrimmage for run support.
I meant to close out these other programs that just decided to open just for fun. Apparently,
the Falcons will need their running game to be at its best. Otherwise, they could be in for a long day. The best way to neutralize a good defense is by running right at them. So look for this back to get a lot of carries early on. They'll also use the run to set up a few long throws if they see that safety is creeping up to the line of scrimmage.
This is what you hate to see as the visitor coming in here. A team that's focused and really ready to play.
And let's go to the field for the coin toss. Both teams have taken the field, and let's see what happens now as we're ready for the kickoff. Grammaticus looks like he's just
all right. Grammatica ready to kick this ball off, and we will get things going here for game number 1. From the 6-yard line, he'll make it up to the 20, to the 25, and right about the 26-yard line. So first down and 10 for a. I wonder. I don't know. I mean, it might be a little bit too early. I think this is week number
it's first and 10.
14.
Ball on their own 26.
Oh, maybe if Atlanta wins, do they clinch the division here? Hold on, trying to pull.
He's looking to pass.
I think this is week number 14. No, 13. 14.
Culpepper forces the ball in there despite excellent coverage.
And when you talk about forcing the pass, or
14, so you got 15, 16, 17. 3 games separate them now, so Atlanta clinches the division with a win.
26.
They can put themselves in a very good position to clinch the number 1 seed in the NFC with a win today as well. I don't know that they can do that. I probably should have looked at the standings a little more closely. I didn't even consider games that would have division clinching implications.
They need 5. Ball on their own 31.
They were in a battle with Washington. Atlanta was for most of the season. Washington has struggled over the last couple of weeks.
Culpepper passing to the middle of the
Oh
field.
my gosh, what a beautiful throw in between two defenders. 1st and 10, Atlanta. This is why they're 10-2. Stuff like this. Yeah, that's exactly right. What? Get out of here. What? Firing it down the field. And a good start to this drive for the Atlanta Falcons. Cowboys and 49ers will be an interesting game later. Cowboys in 2nd place in the NFC East. 49ers right in the thick of it in the NFC West.
Using motion.
Bills and Patriots is also a very interesting game because you have two teams that are 10-2. And one of those teams could be the 1 seed and the other team could drop all the way to the 5 because of the way that we got a hold here. Because of the way that the seeding works with the division winners automatically getting bids and a home game. So you could have like a
If they don't, they'll find it's much harder to overcome
14 and 2
and get a win.
Well, I guess, yeah, 14-2, like, team be a 5 seed, which is absurd. Or, I'm sorry, I misspoke. Let me rewind that. You could have a 13-3 team as a 5 seed on the road, which would be wild. So the hold makes it 1st and 5. Road pass got broken up there, so it'll be 2nd down and 5. Not exactly sure where the holding occurred. Everything looked pretty clean on our side, what we saw, but these camera angles aren't always that great.
With an extra DB, the defense is in the next. Looking downfield. Steps up. Center with the tackle at the 35.
So Warren Sapp, oh boy, don't go hitting keys on your keyboard.
No way they were going to let him out. They got after him pretty quickly there.
3rd and 2 coming up here. Four-man front this time, using motion. Looking to turn it upfield.
Well, stiff arm to no one, and it's going to be 4th down. So that holding penalty that I don't think was really all that detrimental to the Falcons in the first place, because it was still 1st and 5, allows the Buccaneers to get their defense kind of in order. And they managed to do that. They hold them to 4 yards on 3 plays after giving up some bigger gains. They're going to try a field goal here.
He gets off the long field goal try.
Kick is up, but it is no good. No good. Short on the field goal attempt, so tied here after half of the first quarter, the first half of the first quarter. First 1/8 of the game all the way done.
So we're at 1st and 10 here. Three-man front this time. Dropping back. Throws it.
Oh, how was that not an interception? Oh my goodness, how was that not an interception? Wow. That should have been a pick.
Just knock it down.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 40. Three-man front this time. Green throws right. He felt the pressure and got rid of the ball.
And that's a right decision in that case. Get rid of the ball and take the incomplete.
Third and 10. The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. Morton goes in motion.
What games are new this week? 2 Point Campus is out on Xbox Game Pass today. Kind of interesting.
He hits his receiver.
4th down here. Trent Green. Cole to the Lamb is out.
Number 45.
Wow, there is not a whole lot going on here. That is fine. Obviously got enough of a backlog. New Madden is out next week. I am curious. I have not seen anything about it, but I am curious to see if it gets a EA Play trial and when that EA Play trial kicks in. Great defense there by Tampa Bay to stretch out that run. Tony Driver unfortunately made a great play but injured his chest on the tackle. Did a good job getting around the blockers and stopped him for a minimal gain there.
About 8 yards.
Curious if there is a trial and when that trial kicks in. Run off the right side, nothing doing. Face of the franchise improvement.
Nowhere fast.
They'll be faced with a long third down play here. Ball on their own 24. They'll go from the I formation. Back to pass. Throws left.
Last year it seemed like the game was available about 8 days early, as opposed to when it like the what am I trying to say? The EA Play trial was active about a week early, 8 days early. I was able to get a video up as soon as possible, which was pretty nice. I also wonder if I'll end up buying that game. Please don't. It's a bad idea. Don't buy Madden. Please stop.
Injury that will take some time to heal. They're hopeful that he won't be out long, but his return is doubtful.
Thanks, Melissa. Well, that's good news because on the replay it looked a lot more serious than that.
Oh, I thought that might have been an interception as well, but I guess that's why these guys are playing defensive backs.
No matter what kind of quarterback you are,
Marvel's Midnight Suns got delayed.
Going to end up an incompletion
okay.
Or worse.
Ball right around midfield.
I don't think that's a big loss for a lot of people.
Four-man front this time. Dropping back.
Culpepper over to the left side. Hurdles a man. Hurdles two men. He can't be stopped. Out of bounds. 1st and 10 for, look at that. 1, 2. That'll be it for quarter number 1. Hopefully you liked Falcons' offense. That is what is happening here. Atlanta showing why they are the 10-2 team. Tampa Bay, though, showing why they are a feisty 7-5.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 29-yard line. Split backs this time. Looking downfield. Looking for a receiver.
Oh, a beautiful throw right between two defenders. Incredible. Incredible. If he throws that a little more accurately, I think that's 6. Looks like he had to jump to get that one. Just an absolute dime there. That's a great throw.
So it's 1st and goal. Ball on the 4-yard line.
Splatoon 3 getting its own direct this week, which I am excited about. It's on Wednesday, so there might be a reaction video up. I don't want to wake up early for it, though. That's not a good plan. I've been to work for 9 straight days at this point.
2nd and goal.
Oh, slips a tackle.
Stops the play in the backfield. He wasn't able to do anything with it.
He was looking for a place to run, but all those places were filled up with guys waiting to tackle him.
Man in motion. Searching for a save.
Oh my goodness, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay. They are bending, but they are not breaking. Falcons have done a good job at getting yards, possessing the ball from a time of possession perspective, and like really looking like they're dominating this team, but the Buccaneers are showing up when it matters.
And it's on its way. And so that kick is
all right,
good.
that kick is good. 25 yards. Look at that. A 10-play, 68-yard drive that took almost 4 minutes of game time.
It's nice to have a
results
guy
in
that can
3
make your drive
points.
worth 3, even if you don't get it into the end zone every time.
Miller looks like he's just about ready to kick this one off. He kicks it off. Trying to give them good field position. Nothing happened for the offense.
Marvel Midnight Suns delayed sometime before April 2023 now. It's a weird game. I think it's going to be advertised very oddly. It's a tactics game from XCOM developer Firaxis. Delayed again. It was supposed to be out in March of this year.
Passing right. He finds his man. So that's
Later in its fiscal year, which means sometime before the end of March 2023. Oh, interesting. And there is a bit of a split with the delay. The PC, PS5, and Series versions, Xbox Series versions, are tentatively for that before the end of quarter 3. 5-yard face mask here. Yeah, we see that quite a bit. Hey, Leroy Butler. I believe he got inducted into the Hall of Fame. But with a split, the PS4, Xbox One, and Switch editions are expected even later.
It's 1st and 10.
But we are getting to that point. We're getting to that point in the console life cycle where it is just put your stuff now on the Series or on the PS5. A huge mistake here. Fumble. No one can get it. It's finally recovered by the Falcons. Oh my goodness, a pitch play gone absolutely disastrous for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they give a team that's already been giving them trouble terrific field position. The Falcons starting at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10 with 2:06 here in the second quarter. Going quickly back to that Marvel's Midnight Suns thing, I don't think it's coming out on Xbox One, PS4, and Switch. Switch maybe. Switch I could see. I don't think the PS4 or Xbox One versions are coming out. I just don't see it. I don't think that it's. I mean, we're at the point of the console generation where it's like you got to just. I know that it's been hard because it came out, during the year of COVID, and the parts shortages have been a huge issue. It's impossible to find a PS5, though I'm sure it's going to get better. And I think that's kind of where my mind is going. Like, the Series S is fairly readily available. It is a worthwhile upgrade. I use my Series S every day. I like it. I like it a lot. Hard drive space is a problem, but they do have workarounds for it. I've been using an external hard drive to transfer games back and forth. Not the most elegant solution, but it does work. You can play Xbox One or 360 games off of the hard drive, which is fine. It's just Series S and Series X games, and that went into a gaggle of Buccaneers. We're gonna get another penalty, a 5-yard face mask, interception by Culpepper into a ton of defenders, got tipped up into the air and picked off. My goodness, what a disastrous turn of events for both teams, just exchanging turnovers. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. So, stack a bunch of games onto a hard drive, your older stuff onto a hard drive. If you have Series X or S games, or Series S games, I guess, or X, whatever. Put those on the main hard drive, move stuff as needed every once in a while, depending on what you're playing.
Dropping back. Green passing to the left. Starts. Makes the stop at the 32. He brings down the high throw and gives them a first.
Microsoft does have the All Access plan where you pay like $25 a month or whatever it is for
First and 10.
and like a Series X.
The Buccaneers
Excuse me.
are in the offset.
You get Game Pass with it.
And he's brought down at the 30.
It's a very good deal.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Anyway, I don't think those versions of the game are coming out. We have that weird situation where the offensive team just calls a timeout at 1 minute, regardless of what the situation is. They should have called the timeout much sooner. They should have called a timeout much sooner because of they were trying to get everybody lined up, but they let 10 seconds roll off the clock. Sometimes they'll get like set and ready to roll a play, and they'll still call a timeout. So a little bit of a kind of a mess. Almost got through on the blitz. Kind of weirdly picked up like a magnetization pickup there. He came through clean and then just for no reason ran into that running back. Green takes advantage of it and finds an open receiver. Under a minute to go here, quarter number 2.
Here they come.
Off the outside. Fires into double coverage, but finds a man. Hurry up offense working. This is the big improvement from NFL Fever 2002.
Looking to pass. Gets the pass off.
Firing it down to the right side. Tipped and incomplete.
It's frustrating as a coach when you see a guy make a great one-hand catch and drop the easy one.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. Three linemen and 4 linebackers lined up defensively. They'll go with a pass. Passing to his left.
Fires right toward the sideline.
Perfect spiral on that.
Finds a man there. It doesn't update the down and distance until they break the huddle, and that's really frustrating.
They'll have to work the sidelines to get their tackle within range, but even more importantly, to give them a chance to score a touchdown before the half. Using motion. Dropping back, looking for a receiver. Green passes to his left.
Tipped and a little wobbly there.
On that play, forcing the incompletion.
I'm not surprised that pass went incomplete. I don't think he could even see past that big old defensive lineman rushing. You need to watch the guys up front on this play. They're going to be passing. And the best thing the defense can do here is to get some pressure on the quarterback. Either throw a pick or take him down for the sack.
He's looking to pass. Surveying the field. Passes it. It was tipped. He swatted that pass down.
If you don't take your time and you start to rush your throw, that's what you're going to see happen.
There's still plenty of time left. They might take a shot at the end zone here.
But they don't want to blow their chance of getting some points before the half. So he has to be smart with his throw.
9th play of this drive. Looking to pass. Looking downfield.
Green fires down the middle. Oh, it's off his hands and incomplete. I thought that was going to be a touchdown.
He might find himself riding the bench.
They'll try to add 3 with a field goal before halftime. Grammatica heads out onto the field for the field goal attempt. And it's up. Through the uprights and good.
11-play, 57-yard drive. Takes a minute and 47 seconds off the clock. Tampa Bay ties it at 3 and takes advantage of the turnover from the Falcons. Deep in their own territory. Deep.
He gets the kick away.
Kick is away.
Number 45 is looking for a nice
Last
return.
play of the first half. They'll come up short, and he'll get injured on the play. Oh, no. Oh,
Reach the
no.
halfway point. Quite a contest to this point with the score. Tampa Bay 3, Atlanta 3.
3-3. Pretty even game here.
Miller in to kick this one off. He sends it off. Smith.
So Tampa Bay gets the ball first. He'll get up to about the 20-yard line, and that is where they will start their first drive of the second half. Now tied at 3.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on their own 21. Green under center. On the carry.
Oh, thought he was going to find a little bit of room off that left side, but Atlanta does a good job of swarming to the ball. Leroy Butler, Mr. Lambeau Leap himself, playing for the other Bay.
He stressed the importance of running a ball control offense in a tight game like this. He said he wanted to see his team maintain its intensity while improving efficiency. We'll see if his players come through for him in the second half, Al.
Thank you. That was Melissa Stark with the update from the sideline. It's 3rd down and 8 to go. And it looks like an offset on. Quick drop. With the pass, Franks, the intended receiver. You saw the coverage.
That was a weird play.
Had good position.
Looks like he kind of just ran into him.
Sometimes he takes some chances and he throws into coverage.
Barnhart is looking for a good punt here. Number 45 is back to receive this kick.
So Atlanta's defense does a good job, and a nice blocking scheme there. Gets up past the 40-yard line, and that is where Atlanta will take over. 101 yards to 78 yards. They're going to have actually incredible field position, way better field position than I even realized. My goodness. Oof, dancing around. Oh my goodness. J.J. Stokes injured his shoulder. The Atlanta Falcons are dropping players left and right with injuries. Hopefully none of these are too serious and derail their fantastic season. They started in field goal range and they're only getting closer. I formation here. Culpepper takes the snap, drops back. Looking, fires down the middle. He had a man wide open to the right, but instead threw it into double coverage. 13-13, Bengals, Panthers. Steelers and Texans.
Can't get to it. That didn't happen there.
Update as well.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 19-yard line. With the catch. Off the gun.
Off the left side, but not a whole lot doing there.
At the 17. 7 yards to go. Looking to pass.
Looking, gets out of.
Jenkins.
Oh my goodness, another bend but don't break series for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. Looked like Culpepper got away from the first guy, but the second guy took a little bit better of an angle, was able to get to him before Culpepper was able to release the ball. I was going to say like allowed to release the ball. He's always allowed to release the ball. No one's telling him to hold on to it.
The kick is up.
Kick is up, and the kick is good.
Is good. And and they're able to get some
5
points
plays,
out
20
of
yards,
the
a minute
drive
40
with a
off the
successful
clock.
field goal
36-yard
They
field
couldn't
goal
get that
from
final
Christie
push through the
is
red zone,
good.
but their kicker came out
6-3
and made sure
Atlanta.
they got at
2:22
least
to
some
go here
points
in
on
the
board.
third quarter.
Miller will be kicking off.
Number 89 and number 37. Deep to
He
receive.
sends this one toward the end zone. Number 37 takes a knee. The offense couldn't get anything going on their last drive, going 3 and out. Melissa, what have you heard?
I was able to talk to the team doctor, Al, and he indicated that it's a minor injury. They expect that it'll take a series or 2 off and return to the field.
Melissa, thanks for the update. Sounds like he'll be back very
Trent
soon.
Green hit as he threw, looking for Franks again, but not a great throw there at all.
I'll tell you, he was definitely going to take a sack.
So it's 2nd and 10. Four linebackers this time. They'll go with a pass. Looking for an option. The pass is picked
Oh,
off.
an interception.
He's
That's going to be
inside the
returned
10.
for a
And
touchdown.
he's in for the touchdown. A spectacular
My
defensive play
goodness.
leads to the touchdown.
Wow.
The defender stepped up,
What a
made the
turn there.
interception, and outran the pursuit
Tampa
for
Bay
the score.
stuck around, but they're losing it now. They've given up 10 unanswered points here. The defense has done such a great job to hold them to just field goal attempts. And even that, one of them was
And it's on its
short,
way.
so
The extra point attempt is good.
24-yard interception return by Scott.
Miller in to kick this one off.
Number 89 and number 37. Deep to
He
receive.
kicks it off.
Kick is away
Smith
from the
fields it
5-yard
cleanly.
line. Up to the 20, makes a dance move and gets close to the 25.
The last drive to an abrupt end. They'll do a better job, I think, of
The
protecting
Rams
ball
are struggling
this
in
time
Kansas
around.
City. Kind of a surprising result. We'll get scores and standings a bit
It's
later.
1st and 10. Three-man front this time. On the carry.
Trying to find a little bit of room off the right side, but nothing doing.
25-yard line.
Couple of turnovers for the Buccaneers, one for the Falcons.
So it's 2nd and 10.
Not even really Dante Culpepper's fault. The ball just got tipped on the Falcons side.
Green,
A
under
weird
center,
fumble and a bad
using
throw by
motion.
Trent Green are the two. I mean, it just feels so rare to see a play, like a stretch play like that, a
He's gonna
toss
throw.
play, results in a
Rolling out to
fumble
his
in a
right.
game like this.
Tosses it right. He catches it, but couldn't stay in bounds.
I think the quarterback just let that one get away.
So they dug themselves into a hole here, a long 3rd down situation.
3rd down and 10, a minute and 32 seconds to go here in quarter number 3.
Looking to throw. Stepping up, passing right. Nice reception. He catches the bullet for the 1st down.
Well, it's a good thing he caught it. You don't want to drop those passes for 1st down.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Looking downfield. Throwing left. And he lets it slip out of his grasp. The quarterback was hit just as he was releasing the pass.
He really had to rush that throw. That was a situation where the defensive line made the job easy for the defensive backs.
2nd and 10. Ball on their own 38. Looking to throw. He's looking.
Looking. Big throw down the right side. think he wanted to get a little bit more air under it, but somehow overthrew and underthrew a receiver at the exact same time, but a nice comeback by the receiver made that a completion on the left side. Lots of time. Good job by the offensive line. I guess they give it up right at the end there, but Morton finds his way back to the ball, gets that catch. And the Bucs should be in Falcons territory here with the clock winding down towards quarter number 4. 38 seconds or so to go.
Almost within their kicker's range. Ball on the 43-yard line.
Can't really do a whole lot with a field goal. However, it obviously, would help. 13-6. Still a touchdown game.
The Buccaneers using motion, looking to turn
Pitch to the left side. And Atlanta sniffs that out, and they drop him for a loss.
And that's a loss of 2.
3 yards.
Final play of the third quarter was that 3-yard loss. Second down and 13 coming up after the break. 13-3. Atlanta scores, 10 points in the
13.
third quarter. Interception return for a touchdown and a field goal.
And this is the 6th play of this drive. Looking to throw. Surveying the field.
It looks like Atlanta only rushed 3, so all kinds of time for Green. He's going to find an interception and a touchback there. Green into double coverage, and he pays the price with a pick.
He jumped up there and just stole that pass.
Interesting decision by Atlanta pays off. Rushed 3, dropped 8 into coverage.
First and 10 here. Ball on their own 20.
So we'll see what Atlanta wants to do here with 4:53 remaining. I imagine just kind of run the clock out and call it good. Just kidding. They're going to throw to the left side for a gain of 15.
Adjustments to come up with that catch.
A few more like that, this guy's going to be in the All-Madden team.
First and 10. He's looking to pass. Gets rid of it. And they're
Finds a guy on the left side, or the right side, excuse me, in the flat, and he's going to rumble ahead for 12. First down and 10. I did not mean to do that.
First and 10. Four-man front this time. Williams.
Pitch out to the left side, up past midfield, tries to cut inside. Not a whole lot doing there. Nice block on the outside, but 3 versus 1 isn't really going to work well for the Falcons' offense.
Ball at midfield. Only one man in the backfield. They'll go with a pass. Culpepper passing to the left. So he ends up overthrowing his target.
He's got to be careful with throws like that. There's a good chance of hurting his receiver or throwing a pick.
Now it's 3rd and 6 coming up.
What does Atlanta have in store here for 3rd down and 6?
Drops back.
Culpepper drops back, fires to the right side. He throws an interception, and it is off to the races. There's one man chasing, but he's losing steam. An interesting decision to taunt or high step his way into the end zone. Atlanta with a terrible turnover right there in the 4th quarter. Tampa Bay is going to make this a 3-point game, extra point pending. My goodness, what a turn of events here. Grammatica on for the extra point.
It's up, and he tacks on the extra point.
Kick is good. 59-yard interception returned by Allen. 7 seconds off the clock to do that. And close that gap to, close the deficit to 3. My goodness. What a turn.
Grammatica is just about ready to kick this one away. He gets the kick away.
Kick is away. I thought Atlanta was going to be in good position to extend their drive, try and extend that lead a little bit, but instead, it's getting interesting here.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on their own 24.
3:18 to go. Hand off to the right side. Nothing doing. Loss of 1 on the play, baby.
Yeah, you can't run without good blocking.
Second and 10. The Falcons are in the offset I formation.
Oh, they're just going to run the clock out. Gotcha. Okay. Didn't really consider that as an option. I mean, with the way they had that last drive, they threw the ball. They were aggressive. Probably cost them in the long run, but
so a pickup of maybe 3.
I guess it makes sense to try and be aggressive with a 10-point lead. And then, hey, it didn't work out. Slow it down. Run the ball. There's no reason for them to snap this ball before the 2-minute warning. And I thought that Trent Green interception had all but doomed the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but no such luck for Atlanta fans.
2 minutes to the final gun.
Off the left side, gets blown up right at the line of scrimmage. A timeout quickly taken by Tampa Bay, and they'll have 2 to go, or 2 remaining, excuse me, with 1:56. We saw Tampa Bay make good strides with about this amount of time on the clock. They were able to get down and get a field goal before the expiration of the first half. Can they do it again?
He's just about ready to pump this one away. He signals for a fair catch. Smith had no room for a return and called for the fair catch.
That was a smart thing to do with the coverage team closing in for a big hit. The quarterback's going to be the guy making this thing happen. He should realize that there's still a lot of time left, knowing it's only a field goal they need. As long as he can move him down the field quickly and avoid 3rd and longs, they'll have a chance to at least tie this thing.
Morton comes in motion. He's looking to pass. Gets rid of it. Great catch.
Tackled, goes out of bounds. Medium gain there. Atlanta destroying them by about 3.5 minutes time of possession wise. Or 5.5 minutes, excuse me.
They need 6. Man in motion. He's going to throw. Green passes it right.
Goes into double coverage, and that I actually thought that was going to be complete, but it got knocked away.
After the drop pass. This is where a defense has to make a stand and win the game for their team. If they can hold them for 2 plays, then they should be going home as winners. So it's up to them to decide how this game's going to end.
Using motion. Dropping back. Stepping up with the throw.
Oh, Bubba Franks gets stopped short of the line to gain. 4th down coming up. 4th and 1. Here we go. This is the game. Atlanta can get the ball back. Green looks, fires. It's completed around the 50-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
The defense could never let up out there. This guy could make some incredible catches.
They'll go with a pass.
Pump fakes, gets sacked. Oh, our famous, everyone's favorite triple triple showing of the hit.
Timeout called by Tampa Bay. They have one timeout remaining.
One play down, 3 to go for this defense to stop this drive and get the win.
And it looks like an offset on. Back to pass. Passes it short. Franks.
Oh, tipped it incomplete. Leroy Butler on the other end, making life difficult for the receiver.
And whap it down. They have to get this first, but they have to make sure not to take too much time off the clock, because they still have to get in range for their kicker.
So they dug themselves into a hole here, a long third down
They're
situation.
down in
And
16.
it looks like an offset on.
Field goal range not a thing at the moment.
Looking to pass. He's looking. Passes it. Franks just couldn't find a way to come up with that one. He should have caught that one.
I'm not sure why he dropped that one. The quarterback delivered it right to him.
It's 4th and long in the last minute of the game.
A much less exciting 4th down here. 4th and 16.
Dime backs in for this play. Looking downfield. Looking for a receiver. Green.
Finds a receiver. Oh my goodness. 4th and 16, and they are able to make the conversion there. 40 seconds to go here. Tampa Bay to the line. The ball is set. It's snapped and spiked. 2nd down and 10 coming up with 35 seconds to go.
They're in position to tie it with a field goal. With this much time, I think I'd try to move my team closer and take a shot at the end zone.
2nd and 10. Batuka gets the call. He'll test the left side. Jones records the touchdown at the 18. Batuka really had a nice run there.
Yeah, and you know the defensive coordinator is going to be looking over those photos they send down from the booth to see who he needs to yell at.
This is the 10th play of this drive.
They're just running out the clock. They're not even going to take a shot at the end zone. 4 seconds to go. Okay. Last time, one last time out.
To this. Their kicker will determine the outcome of the game. The score will be tied if he makes this kick. The kick is up. A nice kick, and it's good.
So 2 field goals by each offense, 1 defensive or interception return for a touchdown.
Grammatical will be kicking off. He sends it off. Number 45.
From the 3, run it back, and he'll get met immediately. The kicker fell down, so they made sure to show that. 13-13, we're going to overtime.
As we take a look at his success returning kicks, we get ready for the kickoff. Grammatical looks like he's just about ready to kick this one off. He sends this one toward the end zone.
Kick is away. From the 10, Atlanta gets the ball first. A field goal will win it, so those rules still apply.
First and 10. Ball on their own 23. They'll go from the I formation. Man in motion. Breaks the tackle. Takes this one outside. And the defender
Up around the 20-yard line.
At the 21. He tried to find something off the edge, John, but there wasn't anything there.
Yeah, but there was no corner to turn. He's looking for the corner, and it just never got there.
Drops back. Culpepper passes left.
Culpepper finds a whole lot of nothing
He
there.
was in a great position to make that play.
The Falcons using motion. Dropping back. Surveying the field. Gets rid of it. And it's caught. Sharper stops him there, and according
Fires
to
up
our
past the
numbers,
40 to the
that's number
45.
6.
Well, nearly the 45.
First and 10. Four linemen and three linebackers lined up defensively. Culpepper with a man in motion. Passing right.
Firing into
Stokes was the intended target.
an interesting
Nice
set of
breaking up that
things there.
And you're lucky that one fell incomplete. A lot of these tips get gobbled up by the defense.
Second and 10. Williams, the deep man. Culpepper gives the ball off. Sapp hauls him down behind the line. He was stopped before he could go anywhere.
Yeah, because those big old defensive
Warren Sapp playing for his own team, or the correct team, I guess.
Backwards.
A little shake there.
Third and long.
So just like Tampa Bay, Atlanta gave up 10 unanswered points. Allowed Tampa Bay to tie this game. Third down and 11 with 3:21 to go here in the overtime period. Culpepper fires to the right side. Oh my gosh. In his hands, out of his hands, incomplete. Almost
He's taking
picked
a
off.
chance by throwing it into a crowd like that.
That's what we like to call a big mess.
Miller is back to punt. Smith fields it
Met
cleanly.
immediately on the punt return. So they will start from around the 24-yard line. First down and 10.
It's
Buccaneers
first and 10.
still in this game. A
Ball on
feisty
their own
7-5
24.
team taking on the 10-2 Atlanta Falcons. Field goal wins it for Tampa Bay now. Quiets the crowd. Pitches to the right side. Finds nothing. A stiff arm. Bowls over a defender. Gets through another couple of defenders. An absolute monster of a run right there. Oh my goodness. Huge run off the right side. 2:51 to go here.
So they have first and 10 here. Ball on their own 37. Three linemen and four linebackers lined up defensively.
Goes to the
Number
right
33
side.
just
Incomplete.
couldn't find a way to come up with that one. So it's second and 10. Ball on their own 37. Looking downfield. Green throws it over the middle.
Goes over the middle.
His pass is complete. And so he was able to fire that one to his receiver, converting for a first down.
That guy's always had a great arm. That's something you can't teach.
So we have first and 10 here. Ball on their own 48.
Getting close to midfield.
Drops back. Pass passes it.
Trent Green fires. It's going to be across midfield into Atlanta Falcons territory past the 45-yard line. Should get a 2-minute warning here in a moment. At least I think there's a 2-minute warning in the overtime period. I don't see why there wouldn't be. Just kidding. Maybe there was and I didn't see the thing pop up, but my clock is going to just keep running, I guess. Weird. Oh, in the backfield. Tremendous defensive penetration there.
Green sets up. He's going to throw.
Green looks, fires right side, wide open. Inside the 40. That's a 1st and 10.
Not only does this guy have a strong arm, but his quick release makes him
Steve
very
Smith.
tough to sack.
So they have 1st and 10.
3 consecutive completions.
37-yard line.
Atlanta's defense needs something. They're in the field goal range. A little surprising to see the pass into a couple of defenders there. Timeout Atlanta. Trying to save themselves some time. 2nd down and 4? 3, 4, something like that coming up. 2nd down and 4.
Ball on the 31-yard line. And this is the 7th play of this drive.
A nice run, or a nice defensive play there in the backfield to blow up the running play. 3rd down and 7 probably. Wow, 3rd and 7. Look at that. I was actually right.
3rd and 7.
So right now you're looking at like a 47-yard field goal. Doable. Obviously not a chip shot, but doable. That'll make it 4th and 3. So you got 44, 45-yard field goal. I don't think we've seen a tie this season. We saw a few last season. The kick is up. The kick is good. 47 yards to win the game. Tampa Bay scores 13 unanswered points. And that will drop the Falcons to 10 and 3.
This concludes another EA Sports presentation.
An unbelievable turn of events there in the 4th quarter. 3rd quarter looked like Atlanta was putting the pieces together a little bit. They kicked another field goal. They got a turnover. Interception return for a touchdown. 2 interceptions, 1 TD for Allen. That is a well-deserving player of the game if I have ever seen one. Sometimes he gives you like kind of like, that's who you picked. That one is, that was a good pick. Fantastic game there to start off today's action. We learned about Marvel's Midnight Suns being delayed, so obviously the most important news breaking during the most important game. I don't think there was anything else really going on. Saving content here. So 16-13, excuse me, in overtime. And the NFC South gets a little more interesting. Let's take a quick peek at the standings here. Yeah, I think if the Falcons had won, they would have. Yeah, because that would have meant that they could max out at 10. They would have won the NFC South on the road, but they haven't quite clinched it just yet. Over here in the NFC. Probably could have clinched it. Maybe. That one a little more up in the air. Anything interesting scores-wise? You know what? We're going to go ahead and do 49ers Cowboys next. That one we're going to do next. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that the second game doesn't have my face in the thumbnail. Ha! Doing okay there, HyperX? Whatever it's called. You doing okay? OBS? OBS, you all right? I was taking a peek at some potential new desktop. If I could find something that would allow me to pay like monthly, That wouldn't be a
It's
terrible
Texas
way to go.
Stadium, and the fans continue to come in as we get set for another great matchup. While several playoff teams have been determined, other teams' futures hang in the balance here in the last few weeks of the season. Thanks for joining us today as the San Francisco 49ers get set to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Welcome to another presentation of NFL football. Hi, everyone. I'm Al Michaels, and with me, as always, John Madden.
These guys are lucky to have a quarterback like this to lead their team. He can make the best defenses look like some Pop Warner practice squad when he's at the top of his game.
Oh, Rich
That
Gannon
secondary will have
switched
a hard
bays,
time
that's
stopping
right.
him, and his
San Francisco with those
receiving
kind
crew
of more
The former first-round
classic
pick
styles
will
of
be his
uniforms with
go-to guy
the stripes
once
on the
again,
side.
and for
They have
obvious
gone back to
reasons.
this
He's
sort
one
of
the better route
jersey in
runners
recent
and
years. It
always
looks really
seems to
nice.
make the catch in traffic.
I think sometimes
Stopping this combo hasn't been easy for
the
many
the
defenses,
modernization
so
or the
see
millennial
what
design
type
can
of
look pretty
coverages
okay,
they
but
go
sometimes
with to
it's
prevent these two
most of the time
from
I should
doing
say
a
it's just
lot of
very
damage.
plain.
Look at him down there. Offense, defense, it doesn't matter. They just
I have
wanna
never
start
enjoyed
hitting
that the
somebody.
Dallas
They
Cowboys wear
already hit each
their
other.
And
white
the
jerseys at
captains are out there
home.
ready for
Give me
the
some
coin
give me
toss.
some color
They're
pop
lined up for the
at
kickoff,
home,
so
you
let's
know?
get today's game started. Harris in to kick this one off.
Number 85 and number 80 deep to receive.
He sends it off.
Kick is away. I know the webcam is still off.
Warwick returns this kick.
Lighting shadow is very weird. This
The
must be like what, Old
49ers
Texas
take
Stadium
over
or whatever it's
offense
called.
at the 26
I can't
yard
remember.
line. So they have 1st and 10 here.
First down and 10 for the San Francisco 49ers.
Lewis looking for room. Slips the tackle. Mobley stops him at the 30. Pickup of about 5.
Have we seen San Francisco at home yet this year?
They need 6. Lewis.
Interesting strategy of already trying to run the clock down early in the game.
33-yard line. Couldn't
We're
find
going to
much
score
of a
3
hole.
points,
He's
and we're
brought
going to
down
just
after a gain of what looks like
not
a
worry
couple.
about it.
You talk about push. This line got
San
no
Francisco
push
on the
at all,
road.
and there was nowhere to go.
3rd and
San
3.
Francisco on the
Ball
road.
on their own 33.
San Francisco on the road.
Gannon gets set.
No.
Gets the pass
In
off.
fact, we have, I don't believe we have seen we've seen the 49ers several times throughout this season, but they've all been on the road. Wild.
4th and 3 coming up.
So the first drive for San Francisco stalls out.
Johnson is looking for a good punt here. Rhodes sets up. waiting
Cowboys
for the punt.
need to win to keep pace with Washington in the NFC
So the
East.
offense will take over after
San
the
Francisco
There was no need
is in a
to
fight
try
in the
to turn
NFC
that one.
West
He made the
with a
right
bunch of teams
decision
at
there.
7 and 5. We saw San Francisco and Seattle play a pretty good game earlier
1st and 10.
this
Ball on
season.
their own 27. Dropping back, passing to his right.
Fires off his
Harrison
back
was the
foot.
intended
Oh my
target.
goodness.
Parks overthrows the pass.
I wonder if that one slipped out of his hand. It was clearly off target.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. Mitchell, the motion man.
Thanks everyone for helping me hit 1,100 subscribers on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex. A 15-yard face mask penalty is going to give Dallas a free first down early in this one.
So it's a 15-yard penalty.
And Dominic Rhodes appears to have injured his elbow on the play.
Sideways like that.
So everything just going wrong for San Francisco on that play. Giving up a free first down, losing a player to injury.
1st and 10.
Just a disaster. But hey, maybe a fresh set of downs can help reset the San Francisco defense. Take it out of your brain. Throw it away.
Breaking free.
Take him down in the backfield, excuse me, and second down and 14.
Yeah, as a back, you need to take what the defense is going to give you. That time, they wouldn't give him an inch.
Let's go to Melissa.
Well, Al, it doesn't look good. I spoke to the team doctor and he indicated that it's the type of injury that will take some time to heal. They're hopeful that he won't be out long, but his return is doubtful.
Big throw from Quincy down the left side. A couple of defenders trailing the receiver nicely.
We'll probably miss the rest of the game.
And nothing doing there for the Cowboys on that big throw attempt. Third down and 14. We have a double offsides here, or false start. A double false start.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 73.
False start. The entire offensive line.
In the wrong direction.
A play like that will just kill a coach. You're trying to put a drive together, and then boom,
A
something
play like that'll
that
kill a
happens.
coach. Today, Coach Coachington was murdered when two of his offensive linemen had a false start. He just kind of exploded on the sidelines.
Line up with two backs behind the quarterback. Passes left.
Oh, a fantastic one-handed catch inside the 40-yard line. And that is not the third down you want to give up. Third down and 19. That's okay. We saw a worse conversion in the last game. Atlanta gave up a 4th and 16.
Four-man front this time.
Shadowing looks a little weird on the field with the way the stadium does its situation.
Parrish pulls him down at the 29-yard line. And that was a gain of 7. Second and 3 coming up here. Ball on the 29-yard line. And this is the 6th play of this drive. Carter gives the ball off. It's up for grabs.
Oh no, a fumble! Oh, the Cowboys recover. There were a lot of red jerseys in the area.
Recovering the fumble.
That guy was right there to make the recovery.
We also saw a very weird fumble recovery in the last game. Like, two of the players fell down and their hitboxes prevented more players from attempting to get the ball. And it's like, oh, this is very weird. Weird the way that this is working.
They'll go with a pass.
Wow. Whiffed on that immediately, and then broke to the outside. A good play there by the middle linebacker, or the linebacker, I should say. Forced the incompletion. San Francisco holds the Dallas Cowboys to a punt. I'm not getting it. I can't see any of that.
Will try to come through with
Who?
the field goal here.
The kick is up.
It's on its way. And that kick
The kick is good. 45-yard field goal by Dawson. That's what the back of the jersey said.
The drive ends with 3 points instead of 6.
They were able to pick up a few first downs there to give their kicker a chance. He was able to do the rest to make it an effective drive.
Harris looks like he's just about ready to kick this one off. He sends this one toward the end zone. Carter
From just inside the 10-yard line, he'll get up to the 20 and up past the 30. Good field position here for the San Francisco 49ers, who did a whole lot of nothing on their first drive. Punted the ball away and then just had a disastrous start. But Rich Gannon leads the offense back onto the field. 1:18 to go here in the first quarter. Game number 2 of 3 today. I say that like people are going to just tune in randomly, like this is being streamed or something. It's not. And the ball off. Gets past the first tackler.
You talk about a defensive line winning the battle, and this is what you mean. The running back gets to the line, and there's nowhere to go after that.
Second down and 10 after the no gain on first down.
4 linemen and 3 linebackers lined up defensively. He's looking to pass. Rolling right.
Rolls to his right, fires deep down the right side into a couple of defenders One receiver there, but not a great play
All
there.
you have to do to make a guy miss is tip it
Got
so
some
that
guys
the
with
ball
some
doesn't
big arms who
go
want to
where
show
you
off.
expect it to go.
It's third down and 10 to go.
I hope you enjoy the same 10-second clip of that song from Good Charlotte. Remember when Good Charlotte released the same album twice? One different track on each of them, though?
He hits his target. And it looks like this one will be
The
spotted
Chronicles
at
of Life
the
and Death, I think is what it was called. And it's like, oh, there's just one song that's different. Buy it twice to make sure you get the full experience. And it's like, oh, okay, you got it. I'm all over it. That's their most played song on Spotify by a large margin. The anthem, 300 million. Lifestyles of the Rich and the Famous, 169 million. Girls and Boys, 69 million. So there you go.
And it looks like this one will be spotted at the 50. Pickup of about 5. So we've reached the end of the first quarter. We've got a close one underway.
It isn't called. It is indeed called
Ahead of the San Francisco
The Chronicles
49ers.
of Life and Death, and one of them is the Life
0.
version.
teams
The other
has
one
switched
is
sides, and
the
we'll
Death
start the second
version.
quarter.
15 songs. Oh my god.
Second and 4. Ball on the 50-yard line. Gannon under center.
What do you mean something went wrong?
Still running.
Okay, just kidding.
Mitchell
Hold on, we're going to Wikipedia. I was going to compare the track list.
39-yard line.
I kind of had my eyes off the screen, and I the PS2 screen went black, and then did this 3 replay thing, and it startled me.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 39-yard line. And this is the 5th play of this drive. Throwing. And he makes the grab. And he stopped at the 26-yard line. He rifled it out there.
That guy's always had a great arm, and that's something you can't teach.
American rock band, Good Charlotte. Formed in 1996.
So they have first and 10 here. Gannon hands it off. Mitchell pulls him down at the 21-yard line. He wraps him up and now
Okay,
has
so it's
4
like the regular
tackles.
14 songs. Falling Away. Oh my god, this is a mess.
Ball on
Holy
the
cow.
21-yard line.
Okay, so it's like an original, like the original album
Only
is
one
14 songs.
Gannon gives the ball off. Morris got in there for his first tackle. Lewis could be
The
seeing more
life
carries
version
after
bonus
that.
track is called Falling Away with the hidden track Wounded. The Target life version bonus track, the Anthem live from Abbey Road Sessions with hidden track Wounded. The Death version bonus track Meet My Maker with hidden track Wounded. And then there's a Japanese version bonus tracks that have Falling Away, Meet My Maker, and Predictable with the hidden track Wounded. Oh, so Japan was like, Japan decided we're not messing around with this.
Ball on their own
You're
20.
releasing one album. We're going to go ahead and just make you put it all on the album at once.
Looking to run it here.
Which, good for you, Japan.
Noble records the tackle at the 20-yard line. Gary trying to find some room on that carry.
Yeah, sure looks like this guy's going to be involved in the offense today.
Wild.
Second and 10. He gets the carry. And it looks looks like this one will be spotted at the 24. He tried to find a hole and just got what he could.
Yeah, he tried to stretch it outside, but the defense was quick to react to the play, and even quicker to move off their blocks and get in a position to cover the holes.
About 6 to go. Ball on their own 24. Back to pass. Carter lets it fly. Hasty stops him.
So how was it listed on Wikipedia?
He was stopped short of the first down marker on that catch.
You know, I don't know why
I'm sorry,
you
on
call a play
Spotify.
that doesn't take your receiver
14.
past that first down marker.
And then the life version has
And we've reached
wounded
the 2-minute mark.
and then falling away. But it's 2 separate tracks on that. Okay, that makes sense. I respect it. I appreciate it. Which means that the death version
Ball on their own 29.
should have
Warren is back to receive.
Meet
his
My
kick.
Maker. Oh, but that one has wounded as the hidden track
He'll set up for the return.
because that one's 838.
Picks up a few yards on the
Weird.
return.
Well, the coverage team had him wrapped up. before
Neither
he
of these
could do
have
anything
predictable, and then the
An
target
effective
bonus,
2-minute drill will give them
the target life
opportunity to put
version
some
bonus
points
track of
on
the
board
anthem
before
is
the
just
half.
not here.
So they have first
Huh.
and 10 here.
Okay, well, we can remove this from my search history on Spotify because I really don't need. I don't need them thinking I like Good Charlotte. No, thank you.
Looking for an option. Gannon.
Weird throw from Gannon. I always forget that he has that sidearm sling. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half.
Gannon gets set.
Dropping back,
with the
fires
throw.
over
Hits
to
the
the right
target
side.
with the pass.
That'll be up past the 50-yard line. Clock is ticking, but a fresh set of downs for the 49ers. Aren't you glad that we solved that mystery?
You just hope you can hang on to as it goes by.
Back to pass. Throwing left. And
Sidearm
able to
sling to the
connect
left
on
side.
that. 4-yard gain on the
That looked like a much more dangerous pass than it probably was, but with the positioning of the defender, you thought maybe he would be able to jump that route, but
The 49ers are in the offset on
rolling, firing back across his body into double coverage. That should have been an interception. That should have been absolutely picked off. That is a horrendous throw by Rich Gannon.
Because the quarterback had to get rid of
In
it
his
before he
hands
wanted
and
to.
out.
The quarterback would be better off taking a sack here.
No
than
offensive
throwing it away.
touchdowns so far today.
He doesn't want the
Thankfully, we've
clock
had a couple of
running.
defensive
Look at the
touchdowns
first.
to balance it
So
out.
if no one's there,
Remember,
he
there
should
was a
just
week
tuck the
that was
ball
all field
slide when he
goals.
has to.
He's looking to pass. Looking for a receiver. Nice reception. Peterson records the stop at the 33.
San Francisco takes a timeout. Fresh set of downs here. That was a conversion on a
It's
3rd
first and
and
10.
6.
Four linemen and 3 linebackers lined up to cover. Rucker made the stop to record his first
Timeout,
tackle
San
of the game.
Francisco.
They can't be lollygagging on offense and hoping to change the score. As long as the quarterback is smart with his throws, they should get some points out of this.
Dropping back. Passing to the short option.
Oh my goodness, a sidearm sling to a wide open receiver in the flat. It's going to get down near the 10-yard line. First down coming up. And another time we've seen someone try to throw, we've seen a throw to the left side to a fairly open receiver that has had to jump for the ball, slowing them down. Otherwise, they get a little bit closer. I don't know that a fullback can necessarily make a touchdown there, but
He's looking. Gannon
got to at least
with
give him the
throw.
opportunity. That was a dangerous pass into double coverage in the end zone. 34
An
ticks to
interception
go.
would have been nice, but a great play either way.
And now a second down play as they continue to try to get into the end zone rather than settling for a field goal before the half. So it's 2nd and 10. They'll go with a pass. Looking for a
Rolling,
receiver.
firing, tipped at the line, incomplete.
He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And it's almost better to take the sack there because you don't want that pass to get picked off.
3rd and long. The defense trying to bring this drive to a head. They'll be faced with a long 3rd down play here. Dropping back. He's looking. He goes to the
Rolling.
left side.
Fires into the end zone, into double coverage again.
Great position and great reaction.
He is going to get burned. One of these times he is going to throw a pass across his body into double coverage. And it's going to get picked. He's been lucky he has not thrown an interception so far.
Hansen is looking to add to their total with this attempt. And it's up. Splits the uprights and good.
He looks to add to their total of 0. Field goal is good, though. 3-3 with 22 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
Number 4 to kick off. Number 37 and number 31.
He kicks it off.
Kick is away.
Number 31 is looking to pick up some blocking.
Running towards
So
the
the
20-yard
offense
line,
takes
and
over.
that's
The
where
last
he
time they
will
had the
stop.
ball, they had a very
6
tough
first
time
downs for the
getting anything
49ers,
going.
2 first down for the Cowboys.
They
2
need a
first
big
downs
play here
for the
if they want to have
Cowboys.
any shot
6
at
divided by
scoring
2. That's right,
before the
3.
half.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Looking to turn it upfield. And he stopped at the 24. And he picks
The
up
Cowboys content to take a 3-3 tie into the half.
They need 6. Ball on their own 24. At halftime, Dallas 3. San Francisco 3.
3-3 between 2 7-5 teams. Man, 45 total yards, huh? Cowboys not doing a whole lot, but I guess if you're not losing, hard to be too upset about it.
Hansen is just about ready to kick this one away. He gets the kick away.
Deep to receive.
Number 37 fields it cleanly. The Cowboys will start this drive from the 20. So they have 1st and 10 here. Four linemen and 3 linebackers lined up defensively. Carter gives the ball off. Clemens was in on the play again for another tick on the stat sheet. They kept this one on the ground.
This team's always trying to get a good mix of run and
49ers
pass
with
play.
more time of possession, more yards.
They need 6. Ball on their own 24. Carter sets up. Garrett gets the call.
Trying to find some room off the right side. I don't know why he turned to his right. Looked like he had a pretty
When you're making
clear
a game
path
plan for the week,
right up
you
the.
look for your running game
Just
to
keep
be
going straight there,
reliable
buddy.
like this. Doesn't have to pick up a ton of yardage. You just want to do something that the defense has to be aware of.
1 yard to go. Ball on their own 28. Using motion. Garrett searching for a seam. Couldn't
Fourth
find
down
much of
for
a
the
hole.
Cowboys.
He
Could not
brought
get
down
that
after a gain of what looks
yardage
like
that they
a
needed.
And
Kind of
he
makes you
tried
wonder
back
why he
push.
went to
This
the
guy
right
got
and didn't
no
just go
push
straight
at
up.
all, and there was nowhere
Let's go
to
north
go.
and south.
Harris is back to punt. Warwick is back to receive this kick. And he chooses not to return this one. Warwick saw them closing in fast, so he signaled for the fair catch.
He did the right thing. Concentrated and caught the ball.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Only one man back with the carry. On the run.
Tries to bounce it out to the
White
left
makes
side.
the
Nothing
tackle
doing
at
there.
the 30. He makes his 5th stop of the game on that play. It's 2nd down and 10 to go. Four linemen and 3 linebackers lined up defensively. The 49ers use motion. Looking to run it here. Loses the defender. And it looks like this one will be spotted at the 34-yard line.
You don't always need to rely on your running game to pick up huge gains out there. Using it as a change of pace is an effective strategy.
They need 6. Ball on their own 34. With an extra DB, the defense is
They're down in 6, halfway through quarter number 3. Fires over to the right side, and it is a completion. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know what that noise was. Completion. Oh. Don't double down on it. No reason to double down on it.
1st and 10. Ball on their own 44. Looking downfield. With the throw. Boston was the intended target.
They're not getting the big bombs down the field. These quarterbacks want to throw the ball way down the sidelines, but the defenses have been good about it. Keeping that,
It's 2nd down and 10
keeping
to
close
go.
coverage, keeping good coverage.
Back to pass. Looking for an option.
Looking, oh, pump fakes the big bomb. Instead tries to go with a slightly smaller bomb down the side. Another great defensive play. Incomplete pass.
So they dug themselves into a hole here, a long 3rd down situation. Ball on their own 44. With 2 extra defensive backs, the defense is in the dive. Dropping back, he surveys the field.
Rolling, throwing down the field again. Oh, he finally broke one. Broke one wide. Oh, we get the pin on the thing. That's probably a penalty, I'd imagine. Touchdown. Just kidding. The officials do not care. Pretend you're peeing all over everything. Who cares?
The kick is up. The point after is good. A good-looking drive, and they score the touchdown. And the offensive unit should be very pleased with their performance on that one.
Hey, as an offensive coach in this league,
That was a very good drive there.
and hopefully you can get the defense on its heels and get it in there for the touchdown. Good job by these guys.
Hansen in to kick this one off.
Number 37 and number 31. Deep to
He sends it off. Number 31 will try to bring this one back. Dallas is down by 1 touchdown. So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on their own 24.
I appreciate that people know me so well that they just send me pictures of buses.
Looks like a 2 tight end set this time. Gary gets the call.
What the heck is that?
Hasty with the tackle at the 27. Gain of 4.
What the hell was, when did they send that?
It's 2nd down and 7 to go. Back to pass. Stepping up. Throws it. Gets his hand on it.
That was a terrible
Carter
throw.
had defenders closing in on him there.
Yeah, he felt those guys closing in and gunned the ball out of there.
3rd and 7 coming up here. Dropping back. He goes to the left side. Hasty brought him down for his 3rd tackle. He does a nice job bringing him into pass.
This guy's just like a gunslinger. He's never in a position where he thinks his throw's impossible.
It's 1st and 10.
Dallas looking to respond here. 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 1st down and 10. Surprising to see them
Gain of 3.
seeming to just run the clock out there.
Second and 7. Four linemen and 3 linebackers lined up defensively with the carry.
Tries to find some room off the left side, but San Francisco does a good job at closing down on that that play.
Always have to pick up huge yardage. When it's consistent and effective, it allows you to control the tempo of the game.
Ball at midfield.
That'll do it for quarter number 3. Dallas, not really much of a sense of urgency here. I mean, not that they necessarily have to have a sense of urgency, but still.
3.
What?
The teams are set for the 4th quarter of play. 3rd down and 4 coming up on this one. With an extra DB, the defense is in the nickel. They'll go with a pass. Tosses it right. And
San Francisco brought an extra rusher off the offensive line's left side.
The defense remained focused.
Carter got the ball out too quickly for them to get there, but they had a free rusher if he wasn't quite as decisive with where he wanted to go with the football. Interesting decision here with 4:58. A 4th and 4. Dallas is going to go for it. Perhaps. Maybe just a hard camp draw him offsides. Couldn't even finish the sentence. Threw it. Tipped. Incomplete. He got smacked by a defender there. Don't know that I love the call. We've seen the computer in this game make some interesting, questionable decisions. This, I think, you play the field position. You kick it deep. You try to hold them. Don't give them such a, not easy necessarily, but they only need, well, now they need more, but they need 25 yards for a field goal maybe? 20, 25 yards, something like that. Try and pin them deep. Even if they take a couple minutes off the clock, you're still only down by a score. 2nd down and 16. The defense, though, making this kind of a moot point as they do get considerable loss on 1st down.
Drops back. He surveys the field.
Looking, fires. He got hit as he threw, so missed everybody. Thankfully, it found a spot where, or a vacated spot on the field. That's the word I was looking for.
Defensive line should take full credit for that play.
3rd down and long coming up here. The backs are lined up in an eye.
So 3rd down and 16. A very conservative run there. Makes sense. Just let the clock run.
But all those places were filled up with guys waiting to tackle him.
Hell yeah, that's exactly what I want. All those spaces filled up with guys. Absolutely. They did not take a whole lot of time off the clock, and this is where it's kind of confusing. It's like, okay, pin them deep. Even if they say they gain 5 yards, you're still going to have way better field position. He dropped it. He muffed the punt. He's got to go back and get it. Falls on top of it. And that is a disastrous play for the Dallas Cowboys, who have managed a meager 76 yards of offense. Muffed the punt. He ran away without the ball. There were 2, what do they call them, gunners? Going down the field, looking like they had a free shot at a fumble.
Dropping back,
goes over the middle, finds a nice completion there up to the 30? 31. Thank you, Al Michaels. Crush, crush, crush. Little did you know that's where Paramore got the song title, Crush, Crush, Crush. Watching Madden replays.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Four linemen and 3 linebackers
Pitch to the right side. Finds nothing. Just a couple of red jerseys tackled in the
They're not just
backfield.
going to give up on the run, no matter how ineffective it is.
Hands it off. Up the gut. Clemens
Gut,
with
but
the
nothing.
stop.
I don't know
At the
why
30-yard
Dallas is
line.
doing this.
And
They
so
are
that
not
makes tackle
making
number
progress
6.
up the field at all. There's a time limit.
Third and long.
So 3rd down and 11 with 2 minutes and 34 seconds to go.
Cowboys line up with 3 wide receivers.
Throw down the
Carter
right
passes
side,
it
missed
right.
everybody.
Too much on that.
Oh, that is a disgusting drive from Dallas. 2 runs and a terrible throw. And now they're going to punt the ball away.
Warwick looks like he's ready for the return. Warwick will head upfield with his punt.
Oh, he finds a little bit of room. He'll get up
Nothing
past the
happens
40,
to offense on
near the
last drive.
43-yard line.
3-0. First and 10. The 49ers use motion. Gannon gives the ball off. Still
Little fullback run there, spun down right at midfield.
Presence felt out there.
Seems like the back is seeing the holes even before they open up out there. Kind of like a Superman.
Yep, kind of like a Superman to see a hole opening up. He did it just like Superman did in Action Comics
And we've reached
number
the 2-minute
34.
mark.
Congratulations to the fans sitting in section 10, row 18, seat 4.
They need about 3. Ball on their own 49. 4-man front this time. Man in motion. Crockett looking for room. Ford makes the stop at the 50. The offensive line didn't get much of a push on that play, and the runner is stuffed.
As soon as he got the ball, there was a defender in his face to knock him down.
2 yards to go. Ball on the 50-yard line. He hands it off. Lewis runs up the middle, and it looks like they'll mark it at the 47-yard line.
You're going to mark him short there? It didn't pop with the 4th down.
This is sometimes a
Thing.
game of inches, and that play came down to just a couple of them.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 47-yard
It is
line.
indeed 1st and 10.
Gannon with a man in motion. Mobley makes the play at the 46-yard line. That run won't move them far.
The linemen just failed to open up any holes to run through or give them room to work with. They've almost got this game won, but they still need to run it to make the defense use their timeouts.
4 linemen and 3 linebackers lined up defensively.
2nd down and 9.
Lewis gets the toss.
Which is outside. Blows a guy up right there. Blows a guy up.
45.
Nobody's getting blown on the field here. That's for after the game.
Plays is important. It helps you keep the other team honest out there. I'm guessing this should be a run. The defense can't be lollygagging around, because if they are and they give up a first, this one's over.
A little over a minute left. Crockett searching for a seam.
Fullback
And the
run,
defender
4th
brings him
down.
At the 40. And so they'll stay conservative.
Dallas must be out of
and keep
timeouts
it
here.
on the ground.
A tough running game will make your passing attack even more effective.
They can't quite close this one out. They'll have to punt it away, and clearly the opposition will do everything they can to block it. Johnson is looking for a good punt here.
16 seconds on the play clock. Oh, you can see it just behind the punter there.
Number 37 with the fair catch.
Out of the back of the end zone, and that will be a touchback. So one last gasp for the Dallas Cowboys.
They have to get closer and get a fresh set of downs because time is running out.
Weird line of dialogue. A fresh set of downs has nothing to do with it.
Nickelback in this time. Looking downfield. Carter rolls
Rolling, fires down the right side. Oh my goodness, a big bomb down the field. That'll put him in range of a touchdown here. What an absolute bomb. They finally get behind the defense. We saw this with San Francisco earlier. They just kept throwing the ball down the field, and finally it broke in their favor. Now, they might not even get a playoff here, which is unfortunate. They are, but they're going to spike the ball with no time left. Oh, no, Dallas. Oh, it's almost as bad as the playoff loss this year. Not quite as bad, but still pretty dumb. Oh, no. It took them so long to get set. No timeouts. Nothing they could do. He got tackled in bounds. He couldn't score the touchdown. San Francisco escapes 10-3. Oh my goodness. What a way for that game to end. They finally get one to break their way. They get behind the defense, but San Francisco still able to stop them before getting the touchdown. The clock ran out. Darn. All right, last one here we're going to take a look at is Bills and Patriots. Mute the old camera there. We'll get you set for game number 3 here. Press L3 to pump up the crowd.
We're live and getting ready for what should be another great NFL matchup. While several playoff teams have been determined, other teams' futures hang
29 degrees here in Foxborough for game number 3. Bills and Patriots
come into town to face the New England Patriots.
A couple of 10-2 teams here.
Proud to present more NFL action. I'm Al Michaels, along with my partner John Madden.
When you have a safety like this in your team, it allows your defense to do so much more. You can move them all over the field and put them in spots to either drop back in coverage or to play the run. So whenever you see the offense try and do something, he always seems to be there to break it up. And it shouldn't be any different in this one.
Sean Alexander should see a lot of action to help give his offense a more balanced attack. The only way they're going to be successful against that defense is to keep them honest with a running game. It's definitely going to be a game of X's and O's and who has the better game plan.
You can see these guys are fired up and ready to get this thing going.
Let's go to midfield for the coin toss. A much anticipated game ready to begin as we're lined up for the kickoff.
God, these Bills.
Williams is back and ready to put this one in the air.
Bills away uniforms. I forgot how. Man, the shoulders suck.
Still running. The Patriots take over on offense at the 19-yard line.
I was thinking about millennial design today. And how, like, a lot of eras, you know, maybe they don't really stand out on their own. You kind of look at them and you kind of laugh. You're like, oof, that looks really bad. And these Bills uniforms are kind of that. Like this, it's just, there's like no reason for it, but at least it has some level of like personality. There's nothing more boring or plain than the current design philosophy of today. You're going to look at it and just be like, oh man, this is like the most minimalist stuff that you could have imagined. It's not going to stand out at all.
24 gets the call. Lang makes the stop at the 18. Number 24,
like current day architecture and current day like just design philosophy, I think in some cases like has helped. They got rid of some of the uniforms that were like a little too busy. I think like the Cougars, the Washington State Cougars uniforms look a lot better because they are. Ooh, oh my goodness, he threw an interception immediately. Why did he high step into the end? There were 3 offensive players there. And even like the Oregon Ducks to a certain degree, I think they've simplified. As much as I would love to see their Duck uniform every single game, I think that helps. Their flashy stuff is very like early to mid 2010s, and I think those will like stand out, but simplification in some aspects can be good, but I think that there is such a lack of creativity to it. Like you look at NBA logos, or NBA is the one that really jumps out because a lot of teams underwent redesigns in the like early to mid 90s, and like those logos are part of an era, and like they're not the most glamorous things in the world. You kind of look at them and you go like, okay, that's like a bit much, but at least it has some level of personality. 70s font, 80s font.
Tosses it right, hits the target with the pass. 1 yard gain on that.
Anyway, I was thinking about that because boy is it boring. Modern day architecture and modern day logos. Ugh. And I'm talking very broad strokes generally. Not like there's always going to be good logos or logos that have like personality or style or whatever. Like, oh my goodness, it should have been a pick 6, but he high stepped his way toward the end zone, got tackled, and a disastrous offensive drive for Buffalo was going to result in no points. The flip side would be a terrific defensive stand by the New England Patriots holds the Buffalo Bills to a field goal.
Heads out onto the field for the field goal attempt. The kick is up.
Kick is up, and the kick is good.
Kick is right on target. So the drive concludes with a field goal, and they seem to
have
be
the Seahawks, by the way,
with
have the
Not every
speaking of
drive is
design.
going to get you a touchdown, so getting 3 was big. Now they got to
Seattle
go with what didn't. So
Seahawks.
the next drive,
Have they
we'll
announced
get 'em a
alternate
TD.
jerseys at all?
Williams is just about ready to kick this one away. He sends it
I'd
off,
love to see them bring back the.
trying to give them good field position. An interception brought the last drive to an abrupt end. They'll do a better job, I think, of protecting the ball this time around. First and 10.
Pete Carroll with a
Only
cup
one
of
man
coffee. Talking about Stu Bird. What are you doing?
24 gets the toss. Breaks free.
Oh my goodness, a nice spin move.
Makes the tackle at the 20.
Who is it? It's Drew Brees. That's right. Drew Brees and Peyton Manning.
It's second down and 5 to go.
And by the way, Stu Bird, very cool. I like Stu Bird.
Pass. Breeze passes to his right.
I actually had a friend go to
at the 31-yard line.
what is probably her final game. In Seattle.
It's third down.
They had bought the tickets like way beforehand, like before any of this was like known. They just were like, well, we're going to go to this game and we'll pick this date or whatever. And then turns out it's like her last thing. I don't love the jersey that she's wearing. Bring back that Sonics green and yellow. Oh, I should buy a Stu Bird jersey. Here's the thing that sucks. The WNBA jerseys are like covered in sponsors, and it's just the worst thing in the world. I would pay like $10 to $20 more. I've tweeted this out.
Ball on their own 37.
I would pay $10 to $20 more if I could just get the jersey without the stupid ads. Like, I don't want a New York Liberty Sabrina Ionescu jersey with AT&T's stupid logo on the back. It's awful. I don't know how to spell jerseys.
2nd and 10. Ball on their own 37.
I also don't know how to spell Seattle.
Using motion. They'll go with a pass. With the pass, he should have caught that one.
I'm not sure why he dropped that one. The quarterback delivered it right to him.
God, that's awful. Just let me buy it without the
3rd and long.
Rebel edition.
Ball on their own 37.
Ugh.
Only one man in the backfield.
Is that like oh, there we go. Straight.
Looking to pass.
I like picked the most exciting game to get like distracted by. I thought that was going to be an interception. Would have been a lot for a defensive player to come down with a one-handed interception like that, but every once in a while you get something cool.
4th and 10.
Yeah, just AT&T on the back, like, gross. Even the custom jerseys are bad. Let me pay $110 with no logo. Oh, there we go. Well, the youth doesn't have it. Think I could fit in a youth jersey? Is she the only jersey they have? Oh, WNBA Jam, that's cool. Stewart and Bird.
Passes it.
Going down the left side.
Just find
a little surprised that they didn't call pass interference. He was not looking for the ball really. He just kind of stood there. The defender just stood there. Weird.
2nd and 10.
Oh, you got a Brianna Stewart.
Ball on their own 28.
Stewart or Bird? Hope you like those two players.
He's going to throw.
Like $100 is a lot of money to have a stupid AT&T logo on
The
it.
quarterback is trying to be a little too fine on that one.
Anyway.
And they'll face a long 3rd down here. Ball on their own 28. With two extra
Chicago Sky.
Defenses in the dime. He's looking to pass. With the throw.
The Rebel Edition jerseys are incredible.
He didn't get enough for the first on that play.
You got to wonder what they're thinking running a play short of the 1st down mark around 3rd down.
Anyway.
Maybe they're trying to give themselves a little
Sue
more
Bird,
room
cool
for the
player.
punt.
Good for her.
4th and 7.
I forgot. Oh, that's right. I was looking at this because I wanted to see if they had announced a bunch of the...
Number 85. Sets up, waiting for the punt. And he chooses not to return this one. And they're about ready to get this drive started.
Unofficial passing stats. Why would you put that up?
First and 10.
People just throwing stuff into the crowd? That's awesome.
Drops back.
I will say one of the great...
Sends the pass away. Nice reception.
One of the great memories I will always have from being a kid is when Seattle used to go practice over in Cheney, Washington, which is a small town, 20 miles
2nd down and short.
outside of Spokane, east, I think. South? I don't know. West? Is it west? Maybe? 20 miles west? I realize I don't really know, but it doesn't matter. Cheney's very small town outside of Spokane. And Seattle used to come over. The Seahawks would come over, and they would run their training camps over there for a couple of weeks throughout the 90s and into the early 2000s. Right around the time that they moved into the new stadium and got the new logo. Like right around when this game came out was with some of the last years that they were over there, because now they have a facility over there in Seattle. But they would do like a training camp thing, and they'd like give out like shirts and stuff, and it's very cool, very, very cool. watching them do stuff in like
Brewer comes in
at
motion.
Lumen Field or whatever. Just reminded me of that, players throwing stuff into the crowd or whatever. I don't know that they necessarily did that, but it was like, Cheney's like a tiny town. It's like a college town. It has the University of Eastern Washington is there, and they'd do practice, and people would line up against like the fences and like wait for players to come through with autographs, and it's really neat. Really neat. Shout out to my mom for taking us out there for all those things. I mean, she would let us go like to like the kids area, and I think she actually would go and watch like the practices and stuff. My brother, I want to say, had a pennant that hung up in our room that we shared for the longest time that was signed by some Seahawks players, and that was always cool just to kind of like see guys that might not make it to Sundays. They're just out there. I think Brock Heward was there. He had played, I think he had played for Washington, the University of Washington, as a college quarterback, and then I don't think he really did anything in the NFL, but now he's a great football commentator.
Wilkins lines up deep for the punt return.
Those good cherished childhood memories. I remember they would have like a bunch of like drills or whatever you would do. I think there were like 5 of them. It was like throwing and like try to like run through blockers and whatever, and it didn't matter if you like did it or not. They're like, hey, here's your t-shirt, kid. But there was one for field goal kicking, and we could just never ever do it because we didn't understand the concept. We're just trying to kick the ball right in the middle like it's a kickball, and it's like, no, you got to get your foot under it. You ever have a thing that you don't understand, and then like 30 years later you're like, oh, or 20 years later?
Yeah, and that's not the way you want to go.
You were like 8 or 9 trying to do these field goal kicks, and then you're 28, 29 typing away at a computer at work, and you go, I had to get my foot under it all those years ago. I had to kick the ball up, swing it up. Bam, not that. It makes sense. Someone get me a time machine.
And it looks like this one will be spotted at the 23-yard line. And he picks up about 4. So they dug themselves into a hole here, a long 3rd down situation. Nickelback in this time. They'll go with the pass. Throwing. Nice.
We have a defensive battle going on here.
At the 28.
The Bills probably should be up 7-0, but instead they are only up 3-0. We'll chip it away through quarter number 2. Under 3 minutes to go in the half.
Ball on their own 28.
Williams 1 punt for 45 yards still.
Number 85 will be looking to give his team good field position here. Number 85 signals for the fair catch. Number 85 saw them closing in fast, so he signaled for the fair catch.
He did the right thing.
Anyway, there's like just a ton of people, just players from the team, just throwing water bottles.
4 linemen and 3
What is
linebackers.
DK Metcalf? I don't know what he's throwing, but like
Passes it.
you figure, you're in the first couple rows, you got like a pretty good shot, but these are like people who can throw things, and he is getting it way up there.
They need 5.
They have not announced any sort of alternate uniforms. I'd like to see them bring back the more
4-man front this time.
classic blues,
Breeze throws it over to his right. Gets his hand on it.
but who knows? We'll see. I don't think everybody's announced their alternate uniforms. I have seen a couple of like rankings, and there's only 14 or 15 teams that have announced alternate helmets and uniform stuff like that. So
Dropping back with the pass, and he finds the open man. And we've reached the 2-minute mark. So they have 1st and 10 here. turn the corner. Williams brings him down at the 44. 8 to go. Ball on the 44-yard line. He's going to throw. Looking for a receiver.
Breeze looks, fires to the right side. Open receiver, but his foot comes down out of bounds. A little surprising considering some of the other ones have been looked like more out of bounds. Okay, the Booth is going to challenge the catch. I would not be surprised if this gets overturned. The out of bounds stuff does not make sense here. One, I mean, he's out of bounds, but who knows where the hitbox is. So we will just we will wait and see. He's a half a foot out of bounds. The ruling on the field is overturned.
The call on the field is overturned.
It was unclear initially why they called for a review, but now we understand the reason.
He was half a foot out of bounds.
Their job's not easy.
And I mean, maybe his heel came down first. I don't know.
They might go with the run here to keep the defense honest. Besides,
He reversed that to a completed pass.
So they'll want to make the
That
most
is silly. Madden 2003, you are silly.
Breeze sends a man in motion. He's going to throw.
Looking, firing. A defender streaked in front of that receiver and just batted it down.
Great position to make that play.
Second and 10. Ball on the 22-yard line.
Fat baseline right there.
Only one man back.
Not a ton in the way of offensive touchdowns today.
McNeil.
A couple of defensive scores in the first game. San Francisco had the one big play. That was a defensive battle. The Cowboys did not look like a good team in that game. It is. If you would just watch that game and you go guess that team's record, you'd be like, I have 3-10.
He had no choice but to get rid
Not
of the ball.
7-6 now, but 7-5 at the time.
Anderson can tie this game.
One thing I'm curious to look at today is the AFC North. That was a very competitive division in last season's game in Madden, NFL Fever 2002. And that had, I think, 2 additional teams. I think there were 6 teams in the AFC Central for a very long time until they finally reconfigured it and gave Houston an expansion team. But it looks like it's going to be competitive as well. And the interesting team to keep an eye on has been the Cleveland Browns, who had a really rough start, but they've been playing much better as of late. And with the other teams not taking advantage of that and like kind of fumbling while the Browns have gained some confidence and like gotten some rhythm going, could Cleveland sneak into the playoffs? The NFC is kind of an interesting division to keep an eye on as well, or the NFC conference is an interesting conference to keep an eye on because an NFC North team is going to win the NFC North crown, and they are going to take a playoff spot away from a far better team. So what team will that be?
It's broken up. Great play by getting a hand on it.
Nothing will frustrate a receiver more than knocking away his pass.
It's second down and 10 to go.
1:10 to go here in the second quarter, excuse me.
Looking downfield. Passing to his left.
That was into triple coverage. Peyton Manning. We did watch the first game of this series.
How the heck did he miss it? The defense
That was
down because they've done a great job the last 2 plays to force this situation. One more great play should get him the ball back with some time to work.
Actually, it was pretty late in the game. It was week 8 or week 9, maybe week 10.
Looking to throw, surveying the field.
It's not Baltimore.
Nice.
Okay, it was not week 10.
Was stopped short.
Now that's something you just can't have happen. When you run a play that's not designed to
It
take
was,
it past the first down marker, you should have just punted it away on third down.
Time for a punt here as it's now 4th down.
It was week number 9.
6 yards to go. Ball on their own 25.
Buffalo won 12-10.
Williams is just about ready to punt this one away.
Buffalo won on 4 field goals.
Number 85 moves under the
Nice
kick and
move
gets
to get
ready
past
for
the first
return.
defender.
And
Got a
the
couple of
offense
yards
gets
before
ready to
getting
get back on
tackled.
field
The
after
Bills
a
have
decent
5
return.
total
Told
yards.
to get as
The
much as
Patriots
he
have
can out of
76.
return, and that's just what he
The
did.
Patriots have
There's
8
still
rushing
some
yards,
time
and
left.
that's 3
So
more
if the
yards
quarterback can make some
than the
good decisions
Bills have
and
total.
manage the clock, they might end up going into the half with a lead.
What does Drew Brees have
Lined up in an I. Looking to
up
pass.
his sleeve?
Passing
Fires
to
down the
right.
right side. Finds a completion to Isaac Bruce. He'll get inside the 40, and that'll be a first down.
1st and 10. Looking to throw. Throwing. And he finds the open
Finds a
man.
receiver down by the 30-yard line. Breeze leading a nice drive here. Passing yards just kind of disgusting.
About 2 to go. Using motion. Passing to his left.
Pump fake. Couple of receivers in the same area.
And the defender brings him
Oh, Drew Brees is injured for New England. Oh, no.
Not only does he
Right
have the
before
arm,
the half,
but
who
he
is their
also
backup
got it in there with
quarterback?
some touch if he needs to.
1st and 10. Ball on the 22-yard line. And he's
He
done.
gets slung down.
26.
It'll be second down at 14, 29 seconds to go.
The quarterback doesn't want to force one to get the first. There's a whole nother half to play, and there's no need to try and get it all on this drive.
Let's check in with Melissa.
Well, Al, it doesn't look good. I spoke to the team doctor, and he indicated that it's the type of injury that will take some time to heal. They're hopeful that he won't be out long, but his return is doubtful.
Completed
Thanks,
pass.
Melissa. Well, that's good news because on the replay it looked a lot more serious.
Volek.
He'll probably miss the rest of the game. And halftime. New England,
What?
3. Buffalo 3.
What happened? They not have any timeouts. Oh my God. Okay, well, I guess it's even. Buffalo should have had a touchdown on an interception. New England should have had a field goal.
Barker
What
is
on
just about
earth
to
is the
kick this
clock
one away.
management in this game? The Cowboys one makes sense. They didn't have timeouts. I get that one.
Wilkins is looking to pick up some blocking.
We've got a close one going here.
You gotta stop showing kickers. Kickers are just getting destroyed, and the game's like, oh, hone in on that, hone in on it. You get a nice tight shot on this unathletic kicker. I shouldn't say the kickers are unathletic. They're more athletic than me. Get a shot of this kicker falling down.
Dropping back. He's looking with the throw.
Throws over the middle.
With the pass. That was flawless execution.
That one was all about timing. The quarterback let it go, and the receiver looked back just at the right time.
First and 10. Ball on their own 38.
Okay. That might have just doubled all of Buffalo's yards on that one play. First down and 10. A handoff in the backfield. Nowhere to
In the
go.
middle, but there's nothing
I believe that is Sean Alexander in the backfield for the Bills.
And they were right there to cover their gap assignments.
Yes, more gaps filled with men. Hallelujah. And on the seventh day, God created holes filled with men. Pump fakes, looking. Pump fakes again. Fires over to the right side and just no one.
A lot of heat on that catch.
That pass was a rope. Too bad the rope didn't end up in the receiver's hand.
So they dug themselves into a hole here, a long third down situation. Ball on their own 35.
Third down and 13, 3:55. As soon as I complimented the Buffalo Bills on, hey, a good job getting some yards, they immediately lost 3. Threw an incompletion and then threw a pass well short of the first down. So fourth down coming up. The Patriots. This is interesting. New England's defense might keep them in this game because they've been playing very well against this Bills offense. But they missed an opportunity for 3 right at the end of the half, and they lost Drew Brees with about 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. So the complexion of this game has changed drastically. The season might have changed drastically. The Patriots might have just enough wins already to kind of survive until the playoffs if they can get Brees back. We might have to actually check an injury report to see what's going on. I typically don't look at those. I probably should. I guess it doesn't really matter. Once we get to this point in the season, we do know kind of who's on what team. Not necessarily memorized, but kind of a basic idea. Pitch out to the left side. And the Bills stop that. And I can't imagine that they're going to get too aggressive passing the ball here. Volek did have a nice pass completion.
9 yards to go.
But it did lead to a lack of field goal.
Looking to throw. Tosses it right.
They are going to throw it, and it'll be incomplete. Sorry about that. Got my knuckles on the or the desk.
Nickelback in this time. He's looking to pass with the throw, and it's caught. And he stopped.
Tried a little screen play. I heard a screen call out there, a little swing pass, something. Trying to get him into a bit of a rhythm with some easy passes. Get that confidence going, but
on third down. Anything less has to be a failure.
4th and 9 coming up here.
Doesn't really work when it gets you nothing. Maybe 1, but probably nothing.
Wilkins will be looking to give his team good field position here.
Kick is away, and there will be good field position to be had. He'll get tackled right around the 40. He might give him a spot at the 41 if they're feeling generous.
It's 1st and 10.
New England did get a huge break on that call that they overturned. He was half a foot out of bounds. I don't know what you're doing. Run off the right side. Alexander can't break that tackle.
You never know when you're going to find some room and break loose into the secondary.
It's 2nd down and 9 to go. Ball on their own 43. Martin, the man in motion. With the carry. A little shake
Trying to find a little room off the right side. Gets a few more yards that time around. Medium gain. The Bills kind of wasting this really nice field position by doing whatever it is they're doing. Trying to just run the ball.
3rd down and 4 coming up.
3rd down and 4.
Ball on their own 47.
Third quarter is just ticking away here. Play action pass down the left side, finds a receiver. He's going to break away from the defender for a moment, but a nice recovery there. It'll be 1st and goal. Got away from him, but was able to catch up to him and take him down. Wow. Buffalo finally coming through with a big play there. That is like all of their yards in the entire game in one play. Buffalo has done very little on offense. They should have had a defensive touchdown. What a weird game. Why are you high-stepping into the end zone? There's 3 dudes right next to you.
Manning hands it off. Caver brought him down for his 3rd tackle. He tried to find a hole and just got what he could.
Yeah, he tried to stretch it outside, but the defense was quick to react to the play, and even quicker to move off their blocks and get in a position to cover the hole.
2nd and goal. 7 yards to the goal line.
29 seconds to go here in quarter number 3.
Lined up defensively. They'll go with a pass. Throws it.
They're going to give a defensive pass interference. It's going to be a 6-yard penalty. First and goal from the 1.
Pass interference. Defense.
The outstretched arms of the receiver are not enough.
First down and goal to go. They'll go from the I formation. With the catch.
Runs off the right side, blows up a defender,
That was an almost perfect run
and
in that
gets
type of
into the end
situation.
zone. Touchdown Bills.
Time run right there.
9-3 extra point pending. The Patriots are in pretty deep trouble right now. Still a whole quarter to go, but with your backup quarterback in the game, yikes.
And it's on its way, and he tacks on the extra point. A good-looking drive, and they score the touchdown. And the offensive
58 yards, a couple minutes off the clock, 17 seconds to go here in quarter number 3.
Now they'll go back to the sidelines.
Our final
and see
game
why
of
they
the
were
day.
able to beat the defense for 6. And they'll try and repeat those results the next time they get the ball.
Williams looks like he's just about ready to kick this one off. He gets the kick away. Morris fields it cleanly. The Patriots take over on offense at the 23-yard line.
Colts over the Titans 13-0 in the second quarter. Stats and standings updates, perhaps an injury report coming up right after this game, so stick around for that. If you'd like to see more, we got obviously another week coming up right here on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex. So be sure to scroll down, subscribe, and ring that bell every week through September 20th. So we have a ways to go. Once we get to the playoffs, I say this every week or whatever, but
he got held up in the line because their timing
just
was
as a
really
reminder,
off
we
on
will
that
switch to a
pass.
4-game format. That was how it was last season in NFL Fever 2002. I do think the NFL Fever games run a little more consistently with time, with how long they take, but
Dime backs in for this play. Looking to pass. Passing right. Burris takes him down at the
That is okay.
24-yard line. Perfect spiral.
I think
on
3
that
games
pass.
works a little bit
Like
better.
that, there isn't a
It's not
pass
quite as
that he
daunting a
can't make.
task.
So we've reached the end
Third
of the
quarter
third quarter
comes to a
with the
close. The
Buffalo
10-2 Bills
ahead
lead the
of
10-2
New England
Patriots
Patriots.
10-3 and a showdown of AFC
The teams
East
are set for the
rivals.
fourth quarter of play. So they face a 3rd and 8.
Bum, 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 bum.
This team has to start converting on 3rd down if they're going to be successful.
With the throw.
There's on the right side, finds a completion past midfield.
Great catch along
Okay, maybe the Patriots aren't as down and out as I thought they were.
It takes excellent body control and years of practice to perfect. When you can make sideline catches like that, a receiver is even more valuable because nearly every pass is a possible completion.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Four-man front this time. Passing right. Bruce was the intended target.
Isaac Bruce couldn't come up with that. Double coverage.
And he did a nice
Double
job
covered.
of catching up with that one and breaking it up.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on the 45-yard line. Tossing it to the middle. Gets his hand on it. Number 12 forces the ball in there despite excellent coverage.
This
A little
guy's got
surprised that did not
buckle
get
down and
picked
make some
off.
Better reads out there.
Third and 10 coming up. Ball on the 45-yard line. Looking to throw.
3rd down and 10. Hit as he threw.
The blocking broke down on that play, allowing the defender to get to the quarterback. As
Incomplete pass.
I'm not surprised that that pass went incomplete. I don't think he could even see past that big old defensive lineman rushing him.
Wilkins looks like he's ready for the return. He's waving for the fair catch.
Fair catch doesn't matter because he goes into the end zone. It will be a touchback. 2 first downs for the Bills, 6 for the Patriots. And the Bills are the team that are leading this game.
It's 1st and 10. Madden sets up. Man in motion.
Oh, he fumbled the ball and the defense recovered. No, New England's back in this game. Sean Alexander with the turnover. Oh my goodness. All they had to do was run the clock out. They had victory in their hands and they just threw it on the ground.
First and 10. Ball on the 21-yard line. 4 linemen and 3 linebackers lined up defensively. Drops back. Number 12.
Hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss.
And the quarterback should have a talk with his offensive lineman after that hit. That is if he can still talk.
Four-man front this time. Looking downfield. And he hits his target. Williams was in on that play, giving him 7 tackles so far in the game. Down inside the 15. Number 12 sets up. Short pass. Brewer can't come up with it.
That's into double coverage.
Lucky that one.
What are you doing?
Yeah, that guy trusts his arm. He thought he could rifle it in there.
Is there even a receiver in the area?
Anderson and the kicking team come on for this field goal attempt.
Take your best shot.
The kick is up. A nice kick, and it's good.
Kick is good. 55 seconds off the clock. 4 plays, 15 yards, and a 29-yard field goal is good. 3:41 remains here in the 4th quarter. New England down by 4 now, following the fumble and subsequent field goal drive by the Patriots. Fumble by Alexander.
Barker looks like he's just about
To
ready
be clear.
kick this one off. He sends it off. The returner heads
Inside the 10, up to the 20. Hits the first man he sees, and there's going to be a 10-yard holding penalty. So it'll actually be 1st and 10 on the 12 and not 1st and 10 on the 22.
That's a 10-yard penalty.
Not a great time to get a penalty like that. Can't give New England life late in this game.
So they have 1st and 10 here. They'll go with a pass. Passing to the short option. And he
A
makes
little
the
surprised
grab.
to see a
And
pass
it makes
here.
up for
Just,
that, too.
well, I guess they fumbled the ball last time, so maybe a pass isn't as surprising as I thought it was.
2nd and 8 coming up here.
Now it looks like they're willing to just kind of milk it.
Alexander looking for room. Romanowski.
Running the ball. Alexander with an attempt on a spin move there.
So a pickup of
Not a
maybe
whole lot
3.
doing there.
Third and 5 coming up. Alexander looking for
Alexander tries to find some room. He fumbled again. Oh my God. Alexander fumbled twice in a row. Or 2 possessions in a row. Oh my goodness. What are you doing? Sean Alexander. You traded Sean Alexander. He's the best back in the league. I need a defense. 2-minute warning. Fourth down and 1. Do you just get absolutely wild here and just go for it?
Williams lines up in the backfield for the punt. Number 85 is back to receive this kick.
Kick is away. Punt is away, I should say. Gotta go out of bounds. All right, 1:54 to go in this one. I can really feel the exhaustion today. More so than most days. I think it's because I don't have to, like, I'm not actively playing. I've definitely felt more low-key, like, the last couple of days. I haven't quite been my normal. So he looked like he was dead on the field. Oh, shit. Was not prepared for this. I mean, I've never been hit by a 350-pound offensive lineman or like a, what's a middle linebacker, 275, but just like 90% muscle. All beef.
Number 24, the lone back, throwing left, and they're able to connect on that one.
I thought that was an interception. The way he dove and the thunk of the ball in the hands, I thought it was a pick.
Makes the stop at the 30.
He pulls the trigger quickly. As hard as he throws it, he always seems to put the ball right on the receiver's number.
Oh, God, right to the face of Isaac Bruce.
Field goal range now.
The Buffalo defense is breaking to a backup quarterback. Can number 12, with a different name, be a hero for New England?
Looking downfield.
Pump fakes, fires. That's a catch. That's a touchdown.
Yeah, he threw that where only the receiver could get it.
The Patriots find themselves up by a small margin.
So this was the score of the previous game. The home team won 12-10. That home team was Buffalo. Spoiler alert, I guess. If you knew the result of a football game,
And it's up.
would you watch it?
And the extra point is good.
I don't think I'd watch any football games within the last, 10 years. But I'd watch, old stuff. I'd watch the Ice Bowl.
Barker will be kicking off.
I have watched the Ice Bowl. I'd watch, a Super Bowl one.
He sends
Something
this
that I,
one towards the
just
end zone.
have not, or had no ability to see because I didn't exist. I think that's where it gets kind of interesting. For me as a Green Bay Packers fan, obviously their team
As they try to get into field goal
out
range, but you would think most of the passes will go toward the sideline.
is older than football production, video, or cameras outside of movies and news and stuff.
Quick drop.
And the Packers were really good between the 30s and
Fumble. The Patriots grab the live ball.
The coach is furious with that play. This is where they need to play flawless football, and apparently they were unable to do it.
unbelievable turn of events.
First and 10.
The booth is going to challenge the fumble. While this happens, we'll take a look at it.
Review any play in question, and it looks as though that's what's happening here.
That looked like a fumble to me. Again, we have kind of the question of where the hitbox is. So I don't know.
The call on the field stands.
Ooh, it stands. Wow, I thought maybe his knee would get down. It didn't even look like the ball got punched out or anything. It just kind of came loose. The Bills have 2 turnovers, 2 absolutely disastrous turnovers, and a defense that just broke to the hero wears number 12 for New England. But the Packers were really good for, you know, in the Lombardi era between like the 50s and the 60s, and once the 70s through the 90s, early 90s rolled around, the Packers were really bad. Like, just really, really bad. So I don't know that I would really be all that interested in watching, like, a lot of Green Bay stuff, just because, like, do I really want to watch a bunch of bad football? But, like, some of the bigger games, not necessarily ones that they won, but close games, good games. I think it'd be wild to watch something like the Kick Six. I bit my tongue. Ow. Which is a game against Chicago. Might be kind of interesting.
Down inside the 15.
Super Bowl I, Super Bowl II.
Timeout called by the defense. They have no timeouts
Wow.
remaining.
Buffalo is going to lose this game to a backup quarterback. They led 10-3. Their offense was never really in sync. And I think it all starts with the interception that was not returned for a touchdown and the terrific defensive stand that New England made following that. Buffalo never got into a rhythm. They were able to get some points off of that turnover at the very start of the game, kick the field goal. They held it. They held it tied for a while. They finally broke through and got a touchdown. And when Drew Brees went down with the injury, I thought, like, okay, this is not lining up well for New England. Shouldn't have questioned digital Bill Belichick. But, or did I say New England? I meant Buffalo. This is lining up really well for Buffalo. No one loses their starting quarterback and goes, this is really good for us. But I thought it was lining up pretty nicely for the Bills. But the New England Patriots defense is terrific. The defense can carry them for a couple of weeks. I thought maybe if their record might help them. Might help them in the standings or whatever, to give them, like, hey, even if they're the 5th seed or whatever, they're still good. They could be a number 1 seed with this defense. Wow. Buffalo fell apart at the absolute end of that game. They fumbled the ball twice. They fumbled it 3 times, recovered it once, lost 2 of them deep in their own territory. The defense could not get the stops when they needed it. They gave up 10 unanswered points to fall 13-10. There's your linebacker, player of the game there, forced fumble. Unbelievable. We'll let this save. We'll simulate out the rest of the games. Get scores, get standings. We're going to check on the Patriots injury, see how Drew Brees is doing. Hey, shout out to Madden 2003 for having autosave. It's pretty nice. All right, let's do this. Simulate week. Can get some scores here. Jeez Louise. We'll take a quick... Let's get scores here. The Buccaneers won in overtime. They also overcame a 10-point deficit. They were down 13-3 to the Falcons. The Falcons dropped to 10-3 after that loss, and the Buccaneers are 8-5. Bills Patriots 13-10. Another deficit. They scored 10 unanswered points. The Buccaneers scored 13. They improved to 11-2 with a backup quarterback. We'll check on Drew Brees' status here in just a moment. Bengals and Panthers, a couple of teams that are probably going to miss the playoffs, but a touchdown separated these teams on this day. Bengals 34, Panthers 27. The Jaguars improved to 8-5 with a 17-10 victory over the Browns. The Browns were the team that I was interested in how they performed. They're still in the race, but I think they're fading pretty quickly. Texans and Steelers. The Steelers eke out Oh, I'm sorry. The Texans, eke out a victory 19-17. The Texans and the Browns have two of the better quarterbacks in the game. The Texans have Brett Favre. The Browns have Tom Brady. Both of those teams got off to slow starts. They're now 6-7. Both of those teams. We'll check their playoff standings here in just a moment. Colts and Titans. The Colts improved to 9-4 with a 16-point win in Tennessee. The Giants fall to Washington in Washington, 24-21 in overtime. The Cowboys and 49ers. This was not a great game. The 49ers got the one play that they needed, the one big play to take a 10-3 victory. The Cowboys do not look like a 7-6 team. They do not look like a team that deserves to be in the playoff hunt or even in the playoffs in general, because they looked bad. Kansas City upends the St. Louis Rams 37-24. Bit of a surprising result considering that Kansas City is 4-9 now after the win. The Lions, they got beat down by the Cardinals. Both teams now 5-8, 16-3, your final in Arizona. The Saints fall to 2-11. There are a couple of really bad teams in this, and the Saints, unfortunately, are one of them. The Ravens improved to 8-5. They will take advantage of that Steelers loss. They win 23-13. Seahawks and Eagles. The Seahawks double them up 24-12. They improve to 8-5, keeping pace with the San Francisco 49ers. And both of those teams, the 49ers and the Seahawks, taking advantage of the Rams loss today. The Jets throttle the Broncos. The Broncos are 1-12. The Jets 6-7 after a 27-9 victory. Chargers and Raiders. The Chargers improved to 9-4, and I believe that means they'll win the division. It's kind of just been a matter of time. The Chargers haven't been the most dominant team. They started fast. They had a little bit of a bumpy middle, but the AFC West has been so bad that they've kind of just been the Dallas Cowboys of last season in NFL Fever 2002, where it was kind of just a matter of time. Nobody was making moves while they were struggling. Everybody was losing altogether, or the Chargers would win and everybody else would lose. They're 9-4 with a 17-point, 37-20 victory over the Raiders. Packers and Vikings. The Packers get on the winning side of things. They improve to 5-8, 27-17. And then the Bears and the... Oh my God. I think all four teams in the NFC North are 5-8. The Dolphins 21, the Bears nothing. The Dolphins, I would say the Dolphins, the Texans, the Browns are kind of the teams to keep an eye on here. I don't think the Browns and the Texans will not be interesting that much longer, but the Dolphins are kind of a hidden third place in that AFC East. Depending on who they play, they might work their way into the playoffs. It's been New England and it's been Buffalo throughout all of this season, considering they had 2 losses entering the day. They each had 2 losses. The Dolphins have been sneaky. They've just kind of been chipping away, hanging out. And they have improved to 9-4 after blanking a really bad Bears team. I can't believe it. Okay, we are going to check rosters? No, injury report. Patriots. Nope. And it looks like Shannon Sharp, probable. So does that mean, hold on, we'll view the roster. Drew Brees, by the way, only a 73, a little surprising there. Their third string quarterback came in and beat the Buffalo Bills. Oh my God. They didn't even put their second string quarterback in? They put their third string quarterback in? Oh my goodness. Are you serious? Oh my, all right. Drew Brees, a surprisingly low-rated quarterback. I thought he was higher than this, but hey, he's led his team to an 11-3 victory, even though he was injured. Looks like he'll be good for the next game, which is good news if you're a Patriots fan. Taking a quick look here at the standings, you got the NFL right here. 3 10-plus win teams. The Patriots, number 1 team in the league after beating the Falcons after beating the Bills, coupled with the Falcons' loss, they are alone atop the NFL. You can see right there the Chargers already have that Y next to their name. They're right now locked in at a 2 seed. The Patriots would be the 1 seed. The Bills would be the 5 seed. The Colts, the Dolphins, and the Ravens would round out your AFC playoff picture. The Jaguars looks like they would just miss the Steelers, the Texans, the Jets, the Bengals, the Browns, a whole gaggle of 6 and 7 teams. They're going to need some help. I don't know if there is a way to tell who's been eliminated. There is not. That'd be kind of nice if there was, but hey, it's 2003. Over on the NFC side of things, the Falcons haven't clinched anything yet, but they are in first place in the NFC. Washington is just behind them at 9-4. The 49ers, the Buccaneers, the Seahawks all locked in at 8-5. The Cowboys right now would be on the outside looking in because of the Packers, the Lions, the Bears, and the Vikings are all 5-8. They're all 5-8. Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much. The Ravens, they now lead the AFC North. They are 8-5. The Steelers are 7-6. Bengals and Browns both 6-7. The Colts lead the AFC South at 9-4. The Jaguars at 8-5 are in second. Texans at 6-7. The Titans at 5-8. Patriots 11-2 with the Bills at 10-3. This was a disaster for Buffalo. An absolute disaster. They slip to the 5 seed in the playoff picture. The Dolphins at 9-4. I believe they would make the playoffs. The Jets at 6-7. Kind of a surprising 6-7 team. AFC West, the Chargers, they have clinched the division. They're in the playoffs. Bing, bang, boom, 9-4. The Raiders 5-8. The Chiefs 4-9. The Broncos, a disgusting 1-12. Absolutely disgusting. Packers, Lions, Bears, Vikings. They're 5-8. All of them are 5-8. The Falcons, they don't clinch anything today. They lead the NFC South, 10-3. The Buccaneers 8-5. The Panthers 5-8. The Saints 2-11. Over in the East, Washington leads 9-4. Leads with a 9-4 record. The Cowboys are 7-6 following today's loss. The Giants 5-8. The Eagles 4-9. Out in the West, 49ers and Seahawks are locked in a battle for number 1. Both of those teams 8-5. I don't believe they play each other for the rest of the season. I could be wrong though. Rams at 7-6. Cardinals at 5-8. And that is it. So over here in the NFC, Cowboys, Rams, they would need some help to get into the playoffs. So that would be your 1, your 2, your 3, your theoretical 4, and then your 5 and your 6. So Cowboys, Rams teams to keep an eye on. In the AFC, it's just a straight shot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The Jaguars are a team to keep an eye on. The Steelers, maybe as well. Let's take a quick peek at the weekly schedule and see what's going on. Ravens and Texans. Okay, can keep our eye on that. Panthers taking on the Steelers. Colts and the Browns. Could be an interesting one to look at. Jaguars, Bengals. Vikings, Saints. Raiders, Dolphins. Chargers, Bills. Falcons, Seahawks. Old NFC West matchup. Which I did not know until NFL Fever 2002. Buccaneers, Lions. Whew, boy. Not a lot of games going on here. It's honestly too bad that I would love it if the Saints and the Broncos played each other. I kind of doubt that they will. Still not all divisional matchups. Interesting. Darn it. All right. Well, we'll be back next week with another installment of this. We'll find 3 more games to take a peek at. Probably takes a look at just playoff contending teams. I don't think there's anything really up for grabs. with next week's games. This season hasn't quite gone as well. It seems like every week, I mean, there are exceptions, obviously. We'll probably take a look at the Bills next week, taking on the Chargers, see if they can bounce back. But it seems like more often than not, we have the good teams just beating up bad teams, feasting on bad teams. Bad teams playing bad teams, no one wants to watch that. Good teams playing good teams, pretty rare. But that's how it goes. We'll see what we watch next week, and you can be sure to tune in right here on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex. So be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring that bell. That way you're notified when I post new videos. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I have fun making it, and I hope you have fun watching it. We'll see you next week with more NFL action. Good sports.